Hello everyone, I've got a video following this little clip of about my Vibrams, the shoes that I wear when I teach in the winter. Admittedly this is from the past, but all of the information in the video is still valid. I still feel the same way about them now as I did then. But yeah, so next thing you'll see is me but from the past. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Okay, welcome back. I thought I'd show you, because I've had a few questions on it, the footwear that I wear when I teach. So for me, martial arts is always going to be a barefoot activity. You're always going to have bare feet. But what I tend to use, because I suffer from like having cold feet and numbness in my feet, and it aggravates a spinal condition I've got. So I tried out, I took the plunge and bought some Vibrams. Now, I get a lot of weird looks and a lot of questions about these, so I thought I'd just make a short video as to why I wear them and what their purpose is and why are they so different to a normal shoe. So normal trainers, let's start there, normal trainers tend to have a bit of a wedge at the heel and they go narrower towards the toes, and when you put your foot in them it feels like you're walking on a cloud. That's what everyone loves. Everyone loves to be, oh, these are so comfortable, these are great, they're so supportive. That's another word you'll hear. They use it in their marketing. Comfortable, supportive. They do use the word lightweight, which is good. Lightweight is good. You want to feel like you've got nothing on your feet, essentially. But the comfortable and supportive bit is good for branding, is good for marketing, but not necessarily good for you long term. You'll be comfortable when you put them on, but your body doesn't necessarily benefit from that. Here's what I mean. So a normal shoe, as you all know, you can probably look down at your foot now and you've got something on your foot maybe. A normal shoe, we're completely enclosed with that wedge at the back, nice comfortable, really spongy, so when you put your foot in it, it's really comfortable, which for impact sports, like jumping around at basketball, I think you do need, because there's a lot of stress on knees and stuff like that when you jump. But for martial arts, not so much. Normal shoes will also have quite a sharp edge around the outside. That's to help grip. The problem with that is that with that sharp edge, that when you, if you used to twist your ankle, for example, you got perfectly fine, broken ankle, because you get to like a cliff face almost. So Vibrams are designed to replicate what it is like being barefoot, but with shoes on. These, for example, have individual toes. Now, when I brought these, I thought, yeah, it's a bit weird, but it's quite cool, because I've trained, for 20 years barefoot, and that's perfect for me because I'm conditioned to be barefoot. The problem is that most people aren't, because you wrap your foot up in these Nike, Air Max, whatever you might wear, trainers that are really supportive and comfortable. All you're doing is you're bandaging up your ankle and your foot in supportive gear, not actually strengthening your ankle or your foot. Now, the great thing about these is that these flex so much that you can roll them up. So literally, there's next to no support in these whatsoever, which for some people is a bad thing, but for me it's good, because I've worked on my foot and ankle strength. So that's something we should all do. Now, your foot, very much like your hand, because they're just hands at the end of legs, right? If you open your mind real wide and go, yeah, sort of, I get your point. Fingers are like toes. Now, your hand is this incredibly dexterous, functional bit of equipment. Look at that. It's incredible. It's like the best tool anyone's ever invented. So think of, like, for example, like playing the guitar. You need to be incredibly dexterous. Your fingers need to move fast. They need to be accurate and strong. And you'll get that by having bare hands. What you won't get is, you won't get that sort of dexterity, balance and control if, for example, I put this on. So So this is the equivalent on your hands of normal trainers. Walking around with normal trainers on the floor. Look how padded and secure it is. Look how cool my arms look because I've got expensive Venom gloves on. These are quite nice actually. Imported from Thailand, lovely. But there's no benefit to my dexterity and my strength here. This is just wrapping up my wrist to protect my wrist and stopping me from breaking my knuckles when I punch stuff full power, which is its intended job. I'm not going to strengthen my hand by doing this. I'm not going to have better dexterity or controlling my fingers and my hand, but it does make a good noise. So that's the equivalent of having a normal trainer on your foot, something big and padded. Now imagine me playing guitar now with this on my hand, be an absolute farce. There's no way I'd ever play a basic song, let alone a difficult one. So, yeah, that's why I wear Vibrams, and I get a lot of weird looks. But when you explain it, it's quite common sense, really. One thing though, if you are interested in these, do a bit of research for yourself. Do be aware that if you, let's say, you pay £70, well, I think I did for these, you also have to buy socks, because if you buy normal socks, you don't have the split in the toes. So you have to buy the socks. So you think you're paying £70 for a pair of trainers, but you're not, because you've got to buy the socks as well. But, you know, small price to pay. What I like about these when I'm kicking and stuff and demonstrating is that it just feels like I'm barefoot. You know, the top's just made out of material, very, very flexible, and there's none of that cliff edge nonsense going on. I can roll my whole foot like this if I wanted to, and I'd be completely comfortable in doing so. You know, come up on tiptoes, it'll flex this way, whichever way I need it to. So yeah, I think they're great. So yeah, 5 stars for me. There are a few issues apparently, not that I've experienced it, they split around the toes and stuff, but just be really careful. I don't tend to wear them outside either. They're just for classes, teaching, kickboxing, stuff like that. But yeah, there you go, Vibrams. I'm happy with them. So that answers any questions about the weird shoes I wear. But yeah, ultimately, you've got to bulletproof your body against injury. And the best way to do that is to be strong. And the best way to be strong is to not walk around in really spongy, comfortable, supportive trainers. Comfortable and supportive short term. As soon as you take them off, they're not. So if you do wear like footwear and stuff at home, some people do, I don't, I tend to be as barefoot as much as possible. Just try not to. Try and take them off and then just move your feet around. Try and get that dexterity in your feet and a bit of flexibility. There's loads of yoga moves and stuff for feet, so you can look into those as well. Awesome. See you in the next one.